guys, welcome back to Exposed, and if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you stayed and subbed. The humming in the background's the dehumidifier. I'm sorry about that. It'll be on and off during videos, so I hope it isn't too annoying. And Bay suggested I do the carnivore video, and I hate carnivore videos, so I'm doing it now to get it out of the way, so I don't have it's there in the back of my mind. I've still got that stupid video to do. So shall we jump in?
Hey guys, it's Lisa, and today is Friday. Happy Friday. Okay, I'm using my phone again because I want to test it out with my editor. Last time I used my phone, I did it myself, and it probably was not as good as it could have been. But I know so many people that use their iPhones as their camera, and wow, how fabulous would that be? Because I always have it with me, and you know, I always get the newest one because, like I said, we usually pass them down. And so today we're going to go over just some updates and some deep thoughts on the carnivore diet that I have been on now. May will be 6 years. So
we've had 6 years of you going on and on and on. We don't need to hear about it anymore.
Solid without one single cheat day. And I have a course called the Feminine Energy Carnivore. And the reason I called it that is because...
No, it's called Unlock Your Feminine Energy with the Carnivore Diet. It's not called Feminine Energy Carnivore. If you can't even give the right fucking title to it, what if blind people are listening to this? Or what if someone's listening to this while they're doing their cleaning, and then they look up Feminine Energy Carnivore and they won't be able to fucking find it?
Because I believe you should do it your own way. But one thing I want to emphasize, because I'll have people say, yeah, I eat carnivore, but sometimes I eat pasta and sometimes I eat rice. Or, yeah, I'm carnivore, but on the weekends I do so-and-so, so-and-so.
So what's wrong with that? They are mainly carnivore. Leave them the fuck alone.
And that's all. Believe me, I am not here to convince anyone to be carnivore. Ever. I just want to share with you my experience.
If you don't want to fucking convince anyone to be carnivore, button it. Throw the key away. We've heard it. We don't need to keep hearing it. You are spouting incorrect information and you're going to make people sick. Oh, I'm not here to make anyone do anything. No. I'm just going to keep going on and on and on like a dripping fucking tap.
But what I want you to know is the whole thing about carnivore is to get the maximum results. It's kind of like a chemistry experiment. What you're doing is you're training your body to burn ketones. So in order to get those ketones, you have to be in ketosis. And in order to be in ketosis, you're not going to be able to eat rice, drink wine, and all of those things. So if you're not getting the results that you think you should get by being on the carnivore diet, which for me, weight loss, that's fabulous, especially...
Oh, it's not about the weight loss, no. Oh, it has nothing to do with the weight loss, but I just take my weighing scales with me everywhere I go, just in case I put on 0.1 of a pound. If it's not about the weight, why do you continually bring your fucking weighing scales with you? Why do you weigh yourself every morning in the nude and write it down if it's got nothing to do about the weight?
You know, going through menopause like I was and just feeling my stomach was bloated, that was fabulous. But I've never been really overweight. What was bothering me was gut issues, and I didn't even know at the time that carnivore would help my joint pain. I mean, it changed my life in every way.
Whoop-de-fucking-do for you. If anybody says to you, oh, you look well, Lisa, why is that? Say, oh, I think it's down to carnivore. Stop making fucking videos. We're sick of listening to you.
And it is a proven fact that when you control every single thing...
There you go, you've said it. Control.
...that you put in your mouth, and you have that much restraint and control of your actions... and
it's a fucking eating disorder.
...your diet, people respect you more and you
No, they
respect
don't.
yourself more. It empowers you in every single area of your life. I just feel
Oh, but I'm not trying to convince anyone.
like I feel very, very strongly about that. Even when I see it in younger people, I feel like if they can get control of their health and their diet, you can get control of your entire life. I just feel like it gives you confidence like nothing else. So that is
You! It gives you confidence because you had none. It gives you control because you felt like you had none. Stop pushing it on other people.
something that I wanted to say because it's more than a trendy diet. It's more than weight loss. I think in this world of GLP-1s, weight loss is not, there's more answers for you now for that. And I've always been someone who could control my weight easily and lost my baby weight easily. I've never been overweight, and I've always loved the Atkins diet. So I just really feel like there is more to the carnivore diet. You can call it whatever you want. There's more to any diet, being a vegetarian, being Mediterranean, anything you want, pescatarian. I have no preference. You have to find what works best for you. And that's the feminine energy thing that I put in there, because you have to find what you like to eat, how can you travel, all of these different things, what works with your family, your relationships, all of that. And I am so happy with the way that I am eating and my body and my weight and the control that I have.
But it wasn't about the weight, was it? Nothing to do with the weight. No, of course it fucking wasn't.
Over one of the biggest things that people have control over, have trouble getting control over. I feel like once you've done this, I can control anything. I could do, which I've always been pretty good about that when I set my mind to something. So, okay, so that was one of the points. Another one is,
We know you can control everything because you're a fucking narcissist.
I don't think I've ever done a carnivore video where someone didn't ask me my blood type. And I felt so bad that I didn't know. But when I went to the doctor and I asked them, it wasn't on just my internal medicine. They said you would probably have to go back to when you were pregnant and had babies. And so then I waited for my next blood work, and I asked the girl, I said, now are you going to be able to tell me what blood type I am? And she said no, because he didn't order that test. So I had him order that test for me. I took it and I am B. Blood type B. Now, I know there's like a way of thinking that blood type O is more prone to, like, I don't know if you're more prone to like beef and meat, or you're more prone to crave it, or you're more prone to do well with it. But in any case, I think that's a theory. I don't think it's proven. And in any case, it's not what I am. I'm B. So I wanted to tell you that. And then I wanted to tell you another little carnivore deep thought that I had. And
Fucking deep thought. Mm-hmm.
And I discovered this when I was talking to a friend. And we were talking about, ways of eating and just her trying to lose just a few pounds and the way she's going about it. She was, doing some intermittent fasting, which I think I inadvertently do too. I eat lunch and I eat dinner. And I eat lunch anywhere from 12 to 2, depending on what's going on. And I eat dinner anywhere from 5 to about 6:30. My favorite is about 12:30 and 5. So I am also doing intermittent fasting. And because I'm not eating any sugar or carbs, it's almost like you're getting the benefits of fasting longer because your blood sugar is not spiked. And we were talking about it, and she was saying how, she wishes she could do different, not necessarily carnivore, but different diets or whatever, but she really craves variety. She needs variety. And I noticed when we were together, she would get her plate of food and like eat just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then she would get like a cookie and just eat a bite of each cookie. And you guys, that is not me. It has never been me. one of the first, I think it's one of the first big arguments that John and I got in. I was already pregnant with Brooke, and we had gone to see his parents. We left and we stopped at, I think, Burger King on the way back home to get something to eat before it's like a 2-hour drive. And I asked him, we were ordering our food, and I said, do you want fries? And he said, no. And so I got probably a double cheeseburger combo is what I used to get, plain, with ketchup only. And then he wanted some of my fries, and it made me mad. And he still talks about that. I will buy you 10 orders of fries. Do not plan on eating my fries. Another thing is if
Is she Joey in a past life? Joey doesn't share food.
I get told you can only have 2 cookies out of a whole bag, I can do it. Because when I was in my 20s, I got on I was bartending, and one of the bartenders was doing, was it Nutra? It was a real popular program, and you counted fat grams. It was back when...
Oh, what did that say there? I remember always being hungry and never really satisfied like I am now. I read it as, I remember he always being hungry and not being satisfied like I am now. Or the fact that she's hungry now. I still say she's hungry now. Satisfied my ass.
A real popular program, and you counted fat grams. It was back when SnackWells came around, and I did it, and I counted those fat grams, and I'm telling you, if I had to eat 12 goldfish, I ate not one more goldfish. And so I can do it, but I don't like it. I am someone who does not like to be limited in any area of my life. You probably noticed.
Oh, really? Being carnivore doesn't limit you, does it? What a load of bollocks.
That I don't want you to limit my luggage. I don't want you to limit the amount of food I can eat. I don't want you to limit the amount of handbags I can buy. I will handle my own limits.
I just want to do whatever I want when I want to, because I'm altogether now, everybody, a fucking narcissist.
And I think that's another reason I do well with carnivore. Now, I'm not saying that you can't have a ride.
Well, you did. Contradiction Central. You've just said you don't like being told that you can't have as much as you want to have, and you're doing a diet that's completely telling you cannot eat this, and this. But that's okay. What a load of bollocks.
With carnivore. But I really don't. I eat the same things most all the time, and I love it. And I love that I am never hungry. Mm-hmm. Never. Because I don't feel limited. I can eat, if I'm out of town, I can eat
I don't feel limited. But you are limited on carnivore.
Great big breakfast. Sometimes I'll order more than I even know that I'm going to eat because I want the freedom to do that. And then if it ends up being a lot more, within the next day, I might order one less egg. But I'm not someone who wants to be limited, and I'm not someone who wants a lot of variety. I'm the person that even before carnivore, every time I went to a restaurant, I ordered the same thing. And if they didn't have it, I was disappointed. I had the same thing, the same dessert, the same drink at every time. I am a lover of rituals. I love to go to the same places, park in the same spot. I like to go to the same people. I am that person. And so that is another reason that carnivore
might be autistic. Have you thought of that?
Works really well for me. And I have people say, well, couldn't you eat this? Well, I mean, couldn't you eat that? I'm not looking for anything else to eat. I love what I eat. And that segues right into a few things that I have changed that I eat. I've always loved chuck roast. And when I was young, my mom would make chuck roast. And then when I was a cooking mama, I would make chuck roast. And then I would put potatoes.
When I was a cooking mama. Really? When I cooked for the one day a week that we didn't go out to eat. And I still don't believe you cooked it.
And we would do it sometimes with the tomato base. Sometimes we would just do it with potatoes. All of those things. And I've always made the chuck roast that you brown with onions. And then I would put it in a pot, put everything in there, and cook it all day. Well, John started making chuck roast, and he would buy the kits from Walmart first, and my gut did not like it because of the packet of seasonings. Well, then right around that time is when I was experiencing hair loss from my body's reaction to a vaccine. And I was
experiencing hair loss to a vaccine. No. You were experiencing hair loss because you were in fucking menopause, love. And because you mistreat your hair.
reading on all of the best things you could eat for hair nutrition, and chuck roast is in there because of the amount of collagen, fat, protein, everything that's in there. So I was like, wow, that's great. So we have at least one chuck roast every week. We buy them 2 in a pack from Costco now. Cook one, freeze the other. And John, I'm telling you, he does it the masculine energy way. And when he first started doing it, I thought, oh my God.
John fucking cooks for you all the fucking time. If you don't fucking like it, do it yourself, you lazy cow. John doesn't do it right. I wouldn't fucking cook for her if I was John. There you go. There's chuck roast. Off you go. Do it yourself. Where are you going? McDonald's. See you, bye.
But, you know, when someone's cooking for you, you do not argue. So he puts it in a aluminum foil pan, and he uses our seasoning that my system tolerates, which I'll put it down below. It's the McCormick. It just has salt, pepper, and garlic. For some reason, I can tolerate garlic. I cannot tolerate onion. That is one of my biggest triggers, and I love onion so much. So he puts that seasoning on it. He puts in, I don't even know if he measures the water that he puts in there. He does not brown it. He doesn't do anything. He covers it with tin foil, puts it in the oven at, I think, 350 for 4 hours. So you can imagine it is fried, dyed, laid to the side. It is cooked out. It looks like that turkey on Christmas Vacation. When it comes out, it's shrunk up, and it is so tender. It's so tender, it melts in your mouth. And
so why are you fucking complaining?
We eat that. I get a little bowl, and then I also eat a steak when we're having that. And we can usually eat off of that about 3 nights. I've learned if I eat 2 bowls of the chuck roast, like if I just eat that, it's a little too much fat for me at night. And that's gonna segue into another thing that I have discovered. So I like having the 1 bowl and then 1 steak with that. And then he'll eat that, and John's always eating something else. Will's eating something else. We kind of got to that point where everybody was eating something different right around when they were in high school. And so I love it. And my hair, as you can see, it's growing. It's thick as it ever was. I'm just super, super satisfied. I feel like the way I eat is very biotin, collagen, all of that, very rich. And it's easier to eat that fat that's in a chuck roast. And John looks for the fattiest ones when it's cooked down like that. And you're also getting that even in the juices and everything. So I wanted to tell you about that. And then we have also switched steaks. For a long time, we were kind of looking around everywhere for the best fillets. And a lot of times when you buy a fillet, even at the best grocery store, it will look so good. But then when you buy it and you turn it over, it looks like we always call it a hoof on the back. It would have so much like gristle and everything. It's just hard to find that perfect fillet. I will say, Trey,
go to a fucking butcher's and have them cut it for you. I've heard there's some really good farmers markets in Wilmington, and you can get fresh shrimp and whatever because you're on the coast. But no.
Trader Joe's has good fillets, but they are it's a solid 30-minute drive, and it's not guaranteed. And I really don't.
Really? You used to drive a solid 30 minutes to go to Sephora and fucking Ulta and whatever, and I thought your health was important and having the right things to eat would be. So why the fuck can you not take yourself half an hour in a car to buy some meat once a week?
Like where it's located, I hate the parking lot and all of those things. So we were always buying them from either.
She's such a fucking wuss about parking lots. Oh, there's just too many people and they're going too fast and I don't know what to do. She should have a fucking driving license.
Or a local grocery store or we would get the petite fillets from Walmart. Are they the best quality? Probably not. Do people recommend grass-fed? Yes. Do I like it? No. And I have not. I tried grass-fed in the beginning. I have a little like fruit fly up here, but I don't like it, and I've never eaten it for the past, I would say, 5 years. So that is not a necessity. That is also a feminine energy choice that I make, or a relaxed carnivore, however you want to call it.
A narcissistic choice, my love, is what it is.
Okay, steaks. We started getting them at Costco. And you guys, we try to get the prime in a pack. Last time he was there, he said the regular ones looked better than the prime. John is very good at picking out steaks. They are thick. It took a while. Oh, I got to circle back to the chuck roast. It took a while for him to figure out how to grill them because we use the Blackstone grill. We love that thing. We cook eggs on it. Sometimes I cook eggs. If I want fluffy, good scrambled eggs, I do. I have started cooking them in the pan. But we cook.
You've cooked them for yourself without setting your fucking dressing gown alight. Woohoo!
Everything on the Blackstone. And so it took him a while to figure it out because we didn't want to cut them in half. And they are the best steaks I have ever tasted in any restaurant, anywhere. They are so good. It tastes like candy to me. It tastes like cake. It is so good. So if you have not tried the Costco fillets, I recommend you trying them. The prime is the best. And then the regular ones are good too, if you get the right ones. We look for the ones that have the most fat in them. Okay, circling back to the chuck roast. One day, John was gone.
Are you ever going to give up about John cooking a chuck roast? Fuck's sake. That man turns himself inside fucking out to cater to this ungrateful wench. That's the word I was groping for. And does she ever once say, thank you?
Gone, and I thought, I'm gonna cook the chuck roast and I'm going to sear it in the pan because I think that would be better. You guys, it was not one bit of difference. There was not one bit of difference. I think maybe if you are searing it with the onions and stuff like that, that it's prettier. You know, you have that advantage. But when I cooked it in the oven, in the pan, covered in the tinfoil with the water and everything, it did not make a difference. So I wanted to just give you that note because I was so convinced that mine was going to be so much better than his. And, you know, I felt like he was being typical man, not...
And did you say that to him? Oh, I went behind your back and cooked it how I thought it should be cooked, and I've realised that you're doing it just as well as mine was.
Adding the details and all of that stuff, but honestly, they're so good. And the house smells amazing when he is cooking those chuck roasts. So a lot of times we'll just put them in right at 12. It's ready at 4. We let it rest a little bit and eat it with dinner. Okay, you guys, John just called on the way back from his doctor's visit, and I talked to him, and now I have forgotten my train of thought. I think I was just telling you that you didn't have to brown the chuck roast. Isn't that so valuable? Okay, so I think I've hit all of the big things, and then a big important epiphany for me is I have noticed when I eat something fattier, like the chuck roast, like a ribeye, or even when I was trying to eat butter with my steak, that I need to do that earlier in the day. Now, the chuck roast, if I eat one bowl, it doesn't bother me. But if I remember when I tried to put butter with my steak at night, it would make me almost nauseous feeling. And I was like, why? Why does it do that? When I'm out of town, I can eat butter with my steak. That's because I was doing it during the day. I really think that you need to be, first of all, I try to eat and get through eating 3 hours before I go to bed. That doesn't always work because I like to go to bed early, but I try. That's why I would really eat earlier, but I don't want to rock the boat here. And so I really did notice.
Do you know what, Lisa? You could eat earlier if you cooked for your fucking self. Let John and Will eat at a normal time of night, and you can eat at 3:30 in the afternoon and go to bed at 4. Do your thing. Why do you have to disrupt... Oh, why? Stupid question. Because she's a fucking narcissist.
That because I would get up to go to the bathroom at night and still feel like I'm digesting food. Whereas when you go to sleep, you want your body to be at rest. You want it to be regenerating. You don't want it to be working, trying to digest your food. And it doesn't feel good. It gives you that feeling like I had when I wasn't eating carnivore, that burpy, unsettled feeling.
So that's why you cut out major food groups, because you burped occasionally. Really?
If you're someone that has that feeling, make sure you're eating your fattiest meals during the day so that you have plenty of time to digest that. And then if you are eating something fattier, like a ribeye or a chuck roast or anything else, try to eat it in plenty of time to digest it. And something I do too is I make sure I'm upright. Like I don't even just go straight and just start watching TV in bed or anything. I try to move around, walk around. It's harder. I used to even walk after dinner, but now it gets dark at like 5:15. But just wanted to give you that tip.
Lisa, oi, your legs, them dangly things out the bottom of your arse, they move in the dark. Yeah. And you're in a fucking gated community. All your neighbours know each other. And you're too scared to go walk around the fucking... Christ.
Because that's something that when I discovered it, it made a big difference. Because I had cut out, fatty ribeyes that I love and are so tasty. I had cut out eating butter with my steak, thinking, what it was bothering me when I was at home, but it doesn't bother me when I'm out of town. And then once I realized that, I was able to, like at Thanksgiving dinner, we went to a buffet down at the beach at a nice hotel. Well, I had prime rib and turkey with butter.
And you didn't do Thanksgiving at home.
And it was so delicious. And it didn't bother me because I had the rest of the day to kind of digest that fattier meat and the butter. So, and then as far as weight goes, I can toggle my weight within a pound if I want to, because I'm so precise. Right now, I weigh I think I weighed yesterday 118.6. And I did not weigh this morning because John got up and had an early doctor appointment that's a couple hours away. And so I didn't want to be in his way. And honestly, I was going to do this video in my bedroom. But when I went to go make the bed, I'll put a picture in here. Sassy was on my bed, sleeping on my...
You couldn't go in and weigh yourself after John had left. No, because that wouldn't be the exact right time that you weigh yourself every single day in the nude. Not a control freak at all.
My cashmere whoopee, and I could not interrupt her, so we did it up here. It just wasn't worth it. I figured we'll do it upstairs. So I think that is it. I think that's all of my updates. I'm still very, very happy with what I eat, how I feel in my body. I do want to really take care of my body more and appreciate it more and get more tone and maybe start Pilates and everything like that. But
didn't you mention that you were starting Pilates before I got sick? And that was the second time that you've said that you're going to do Pilates, but you won't do it, will you?
I've given myself grace to get through the holiday season. And I love the way I eat when I go out of town. There's nothing that I am not happy with at all. I don't feel like I'm missing out. I feel like I'm lucky. So I hope that offers you a little bit of encouragement. And like I said, I'll put my carnivore course down below where I kind of talk about all the different aspects. And yeah. So, okay, today's outfit, I've been kind of really getting into doing inspired outfits. And today,
I'm really into copying people. You've always been into copying people because you don't know how to dress yourself.
Let me see if I can back this chair up here. Today I've got on the Walmart fabulous jacket that so many of us got, but there is something similar on Zara. I've got on my cream colored Dior t-shirt, and then I'm wearing these Susie Condi. Oh man, let me see if I can step up on this. Susie Condi pants that are flared. I think they're called the Zephyr pants. I'll let you do this. See, it catches the rugs is the reason. Okay, you can see over here, but the Zephyr pants. And I got these on sale during her big holiday sale. I'm not going to scratch the floor because these have little things on them. And I thought, wow, I cannot believe someone hasn't ripped her off by now. So I searched, and you guys, Old Navy has something similar. It's not going to be the same. Even on sale, these were 150. They're like 250, but they're fabulous. And I ordered 2 sets. So I will link those below. 2 sets for like 80 some dollars. And the shoes I'm wearing, this is pretty much it for me today. I'm just going to go get lunch. I may go in like Walgreens or something, but I don't have any plans. So I've just got on my Uggs that they don't make anymore. I put on my brown suede Steve Maddens that Santa Claus also got Brooke that are fabulous, but these are too long for that. And then I went and got my Valentino bag. This is so fabulous. I love this bag. It's beautiful. This is one of those things. Even if I don't use it that much, I love looking at it. And I just love it. I love how it has the little Valentino.
It has to have an emblem on it so everybody knows that you're carrying designer. God forbid it didn't have an emblem.
It's the gold and the silver. It is just amazing. And then I feel like there was so much else. Oh, my rings. This is something I bought from TJ Maxx when Brooke was a baby. We had our circuit, we would go to different places every day, and TJ Maxx was one of those places. And at the time, I got to know the lady at the jewelry counter, and I bought several pieces, and this is one of them. And this is probably I would say it's probably, I had not had Will yet. So it's probably 22 or 23 years old. And look how cool it is. And then I have on my tiger ring and OPI, put it in neutral. I have on my lip combo coming up soon. And for hair products, I used Way Fine shampoo and conditioner. First night I didn't do my K18 mask. K18 Heat Bounce Bumble and Bumble Style Cream. And my Babyliss Bigger Curling Iron with my Paul Mitchell Neuro Heat Protectant and my hair edit brush. I'm trying to think of every single thing. And yes, I could talk all day. Can you tell?
Yeah, we know.
Okay, thank you for watching, and thank you all for being here, and I will see you real soon. Bye-bye.
Pusscat. We like Pusscat. We'll leave it on the Pusscat. I did it! I got through a whole fucking shitty carnivore video. Whoop, whoop. I want a chocolate womble. Anyway, thank you for watching if you did, and I will see you in the next one.